Today, I was commissioned to make a princess dress-up game. Under normal circumstances, I would turn this down. Day in, day out, there's nothing about it that excites me. The combination of never building something like this before, plus something I'm just not at all interested in, really is a huge red flag for taking this commission. However, a few days ago, one of our pets needed an emergency surgery, which you probably understand is pretty expensive, so I'm not really saying no to most commissions that pop up right now. And since this one is so out of left field, I figured I'd take you guys along for the ride. Now, jumping in, we're a little past the start of this build because the lobby took forever to get right, with the mix of never doing something like this and not fully understanding what this commissioner wanted. Well, it was a bit of a headache. Anyways, with the lobby blockout done, now I needed a castle blockout, and I've never really built any bit of a detailed castle. Usually it's low poly, have a wall, have some bricks, maybe some spikes on the top. It's never been like this. But surprisingly, even though I've never made something like this before, it took shape very fast. Now, these blockout cylinders aren't really pleasing to the eye, and considering this is a girly dress-up game, things probably need to be a bit more pleasing. So I jumped into Blender and 3D modeled some different pillars. Couple different shapes. We can use these for pillars, towers, really anything that we want. Now, back into Studio, I started placing these things and whoa, they made a big difference. This castle went from some studio blocks to, well, this. Not too bad if I say so myself. I sent a screenshot of the build progress to the person commissioning me, and their response wasn't exactly, wow, this is amazing. Instead, it was another challenge stacked on to what I'm calling a challenge since I've never done it. It was at this point that in some words, I was told if it's not purple, or a shade of purple, it's not going in the game. Meaning this build is now a fairy princess castle dress-up game with a monochromatic vibe that's only purple. Later I figured out, if it got too close to pink, that was also not acceptable. So the blue roofs, the blue water in the fountain, anything else that wasn't purple or a shade of it, it's purple now. I guess you guys get the point. Girly colors only. And by girly colors, I mean purple only. I even tweeted out this a couple days ago because it was just, it's been days. All I really need to do for this castle now, at least for the exterior, is keep adding more and more details, whether that's windows, railings, trim. The outside having trim is kind of crazy, but it is what it is. It looks good, but I'll keep adding details and it will definitely be worth it in the final product. Now back to the lobby, I started adding some awesome bushes. I made these a long time ago, but you can recolor them super easily now. With Roblox updating the surface appearance, sliders, whatever, you could change the color now. And then I added some Roblox terrain to make the whole map just feel nicer, less like parts, more like an actual environment. I did have to kind of carve out the terrain, switch some stuff to leafy grass and all that good stuff to make sure everything fits where it's supposed to, but it was definitely worth it. At this point, I sent another screenshot over to the person commissioning me and I felt like they hated everything. All right, hate is a bit of a strong word, but it was clear that my man brain and her girly vision were not lining up somewhere. So we had to just chat for a little bit so I could clearly understand what she wanted, and now we're here. With a bit more talking and a bit more work on the outside, the exterior is now completed. That being the lobby and the castle, they're both done and we can move on. For the interior, here is my reference, fellas. Yep, that's the reference. 4 aisles, 2 floors, and a spirally kind of staircase thing connecting them. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So I blocked out everything that was on this reference that I had, and they didn't really like the walls. They wanted me to make them transparent, which didn't make sense to me because we're inside, and if the wall is transparent, then you're not inside. So I had to go talk to him again. And finally, everything is clicking. Everything's great. We're on the same page, and I started a live stream. Will clips of that live stream be in this video? Maybe. Probably not. Probably not. But if you saw it, you know what happened. But I guess I could show you guys the progress. Here it is. We have this room. That's great. It's great. They asked for an empty room, and then here is everything. So they wanted placeholder signs that they can edit the text on. Very simple. A picture of their avatar at the end that they can edit to whatever picture they want later. Halo lights above each mannequin, these little pedestals, and this carpet. And then I add some, this is a new term I learned during this build, wainscoting or wainscoting? I'm not sure, but it's these decorative pieces on the wall. I made those in Blender, and we got a few different shapes of those. Anyways, we'll keep on going. We have our 4 aisles with all the decorative stuff. We've got some flowers, some leaves. Then we have our spiral staircase thing, which drove me nuts. I don't know what it is, but I hate making stairs. I don't like making stairs when they go straight, let alone when they curve. And then adding the railing and adding the slants, now it's curving up and sideways. And bro, my brain could not comprehend how to do this. So this is the best I could do. Hopefully someday I get better, because it's okay, but it's not like, wow. And I've been talking with the person commissioning me for, I feel like we've been working on this staircase for 80 days. It's really only been 1 day, but I just feel like we can't get it right. And that's not their fault. It might be a little bit of my fault, but we just can't find a good middle ground on what to agree on. So this is probably not the final version of this, but it will be for this video's purposes. And then the second floor is just the first floor again, which was super lucky and super easy for me. So this commission, all in all, let me see how long I've been working on this. Oh, did I mention they asked me to go to square bushes? It's not my map, but I just gotta be honest. I had these all around and I think they look amazing, and I had wind shake on them, and then they wanted block bushes for the outside. And I just don't overly understand it, but once again, it's their game, their decision. Anyways, now that the whole castle is done, outside has been a-okayed. The inside, I think we're gonna be working on the staircase for a few more days, but other than that, this commission is done. And wow, was it a bit of a headache? Yeah. Will I ever do a girly princess castle again? No, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I don't think I can put myself through it. So it may or may not have been 3 or 4 more days with lots of revisions, some for the better, some for the worse, in my opinion. But as always, when there's something the commissioner wants, you get it done. Anyways, first thing, the best thing, guys, the carpet, it was really bad before, and now it's not really that bad, except for I didn't do upstairs like I did downstairs. Carpet and fabric, I need to do that upstairs. Just noticed that. We switched out the weird vines with ribbons and flowers because it just looks cleaner overall. Did the same here. And the big chandelier that was here, we switched with a glowing crown. Also, the the signs that were coming down, they wanted those changed to cursive neon letters. So we have a few different themes. Emo, cutesy, Y2K, seasonal. What is Y2K? I was just following instructions, but I'm not sure what it is. A high school nobody's movie. Yeah, not sure. Anyways, we'll move on. Added some flowers to the banister, and then there is just more options up here. Punk, matching, baddie, royalty. There will be a throne here, and just a cool little spot to take screenshots. And then downstairs, there's a room with these, like the backdrops and the ring lights. And they're gonna do something else with the rest of this room. I'm not exactly sure, but finally, this commission is done. And I feel like it took so long. And when I started on this, I severely underestimated what was gonna go into this build. And I definitely agreed to a budget that I definitely wouldn't build this again for this for the budget this time. However, we agreed on a price before I started, so I would feel bad for changing it now. Anyways, Barbie princess fairy theme castle purple thing is done. They love how it turned out. I love that I'm done with it. And in the comments, let me know if you guys have ever taken any commissions that are way outside of your comfort zone, and what you guys would do if you started a commission and got halfway done and realized, bro, I hate working on this. I wanted to quit this 4 different times. I'm happy I did it. It's done. But just let me know your guys' commission experiences down below. That will wrap it up for today. If you did enjoy and want to see more content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.